Hi everyone. I hope you're doing well. This live started a little bit later than planned and Leila couldn't be here today, but I thought I'll do this video about the new moon today. And if you have any questions about the new moon, let me know. Hi, I see everyone that's just joining. Thank you so much for being here. So happy. And yeah, today 11 is my favorite number. I think everyone knows that. And it's the 11th. And we have a beautiful Aquarian new moon today. And this energy is so beautiful because we're almost at the end of the zodiac, and Aquarius is really a beautiful sign of the collective consciousness and everything that we're creating in this new age, that we're trying to just start working together and raising our vibration. So this new moon is really beautiful for that, and at the same time we have so many planets in Aquarius, so we have this Aquarian energy not only in this new moon cycle, it's also a lot in how we think and how we feel. It's really on many levels, this Aquarius energy. So I don't know how many of you are Aquarius, sun, rising, or moon signs. Aquarius is the last air sign, so it's really it's a really evolved state of how we can work with the mind to create the future. So I think that's really beautiful. Yeah, and we have a few Aquarians here, and yeah, I would love to know where everyone is tuning in from. I see Trinidad, Scorpio sun, Capricorn rising, and Aquarius moon. Yeah, that's beautiful. So this would be really felt if you have the Aquarius moon in your chart. It's really gonna be even more powerful. And if you're Pisces, it's happening right in your 12th house, so it's gonna affect how your subconscious is right now and your dreams. Ireland, Portugal, beautiful, New Orleans, Colombia, and I'm in Sweden, so we're really gathering here. If you have any questions about this new moon, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep on talking about it a little bit more. As you know, the new moons are new beginnings, and I always feel like when the new moon we begin to come up to the new moon, there's a dark period. It's really a yin state. So we have just this energy that goes a little bit within, and since we have this retrograde going on as well, this will help us to go down a little bit and be a little bit more centered within ourselves. And when we do this, we can also start reviewing and re-evaluating everything that we've been planning and experiencing. So we need this quiet time to just integrate. And yeah, I think this time with this new moon, with the retrograde, it's not really the best time to just start something completely new, but it's about reviewing and re-evaluating if we have any new plans to do anything, or just, yeah, I think it's a very good time to just slow down, and especially when the moon is dark right before it starts growing again. It's an internal energy. And when it comes to Geminis, I see a question. Gemini is connected to Aquarius, so it's really, it's gonna affect even more the air signs. And when you look at Gemini, it's let me see here, it is a couple of signs away, so it's in the later part of your chart. And the most important thing is that the Aquarius energy works on a higher level, so it's not just about us as individuals, it's how we connect with others, the community that we have, the friends, the organizations that we're part of. So if we have that as a guide, we know that we can work with this energy from a higher perspective, rather than in some new moons it's more about us personally. And Leo is directly opposite of Aquarius, so it's really about relationships, about, like, it can be personal relationships, but also business relationships. It's about making like commitments with other people, and also having balanced relationships. So, but still on a collective level, it's really important, an important time, the Aquarian time, I think, so we can merge together and raise our vibration together. And yeah, new moons, we were gonna talk about some rituals. I really believe that rituals are really potent when we find something that we really love to do and that we do from our heart. And when we do that, the ritual becomes so much more potent. So we don't have to do rituals that are based on what anyone else does. There's so many ways to do it, but just being in that space of either creating a beautiful space around you, or just taking time to breathe, or taking a walk in nature, or just slowing down, taking a bath. I think that really is a beautiful way to start with rituals. And how you can naturally get in tune with this energy is a question. I think it's more about getting in tune with yourself, first of all, because everything happens from within us. So all the planets and everything that is outside of us is within us too. It just appears as it's outside of us, and that it affects us from the outside. But it's really about getting in touch with yourself. It really doesn't matter what it's called or how it's framed in like modern ways that we explain astrology. It's more about just having this theme in mind and seeing what's happening in your life right now. Maybe you have experienced things around these topics, like, do you need a change in your surroundings? What people are you surrounding yourself with in your daily life, in your studies, in work, all of that. So I think that's really a good way to start. And the crystals are also really, when we love crystals, we get so many, so I understand that you have a lot. My personal, like, just tuning in crystal is amethyst, because I think it opens up to everything. So it's a really beautiful stone to work with. And I think like clear quartz, because when I think about Aquarius, I really think about, when it comes to the chakra system, I think about the third eye and also the crown chakra. So working with stones to open up these higher channels are really important. It's not a grounded sign, and it's not a grounded energy right now. We need to ground ourselves in this as well, but if we want to open up and work with this energy. We can use stones that help us open up our senses. And I always associate Aquarius with the color blue, and even though Aquarius we connected with water, it's an air sign, but there's something, so any blue stones maybe could work. I work with crystals really intuitively, personally, so I just feel how that crystal feels and use it whenever it feels good. But clear quartz, yeah. Amethyst, I love that. That's like some of my favorite ones. And yeah, and just I always talk about meditation, and meditation can sound easier than it is to some of us. It's really about just getting your practice going. It doesn't have to be anything complicated, or that you have to do an hour, 2 hours of meditation, but just I think a meditation can be that you're still and just breathing, because then you really connect deeper with yourself and with what's going on. If you're just running around and doing a lot of things and not stopping, taking your time to connect with your body, then you won't be able to sense anything around you. You'll be caught up in this internal processes. So take the time to slow down now. And as we start a new cycle, it always brings new energy. It does. But right now, we also are being asked to take it easy, slow down. I felt a really big shift with this retrograde, that I started slowing down, because before this, the energy was really hyper and intense, and with the new year always like new things start, so we're always doing so much in the beginning of the year. And yeah, I would say it's not only with this new moon. I'm answering one of the questions about slowing down. I think full moons can be more energizing and not slowing down, but we can always slow down to connect, of course. But with the cycles, like the new moon can be seen, if we connect it to Chinese medicine, it's more of the yin state, yin, yang. So yin is more the night, the darkness, the rest, the passive energy. And then you have yang, which is more fiery, like warm, active energy. So in yoga we practice, the physical practices are very yang, and then we have like yin yoga, which is still and slow and just resting poses. So that's very yin. So I think that this time now with the new moon, it's really, first it's a dark moon, so the dark moon is like the energy all goes within, and then with the full moon it opens up, and our emotions get much more visible, because in the nighttime it gets brighter, so it's gonna light up the sky and our inner world, because the moon is our subconscious. So during this time, subconscious things can come up. I think a lot of people, I don't know about how you guys are feeling around the moon. Sometimes some people sleep very well around the new moon, but not the full moon, or the opposite, or they have a lot of dreams. I don't know if you guys feel like you have extra dreams around these times. And yeah, so just, I think the best way to tune in and connect is to have like a moon diary, and then you can see like each day of the cycle, of this 28-day cycle, how you're feeling, and start comparing, and also syncing with these phases, seeing when you feel the most like energized and like want to do things, and then which times of the cycle are you needing to slow down? When are you feeling tired? Yeah, a lot of dreams. I've been experiencing that. And myself, I've been experiencing that I wake up a lot the 2-3 past days. The lunations can affect us a few days before and after because they're so powerful. They are really visible to the eye if you compare it to other planets. So the sun and moon are visible to us. They are really consciously and subconsciously affecting us just by seeing it, by feeling the light, the warmth. And with the thinking, our minds are used to be preoccupied with thinking. And one of the things have been working on the past year is a book just around this topic about how to create stillness within, how to live our highest potential. And with this comes really a lot of practice and commitment, because we have been working like this for so many years and decades, right? We have been doing so much to program our mind, and everything around us has also been programming our mind to be active. So it really takes practice. Yeah, thank you. It's actually, the book is already online. You can pre-order it and it will be out in June. So I'm really excited, and it's a really practical guided book with a lot of practical tools and exercises, everything that I've been practicing. So that means that you go through all the layers, like the mind, the emotions, and everything that we were talking about, also relationships here in at this new moon, how to have healthy relationships and healthy boundaries, and how to live your highest potential. So yeah, I'm excited to share that with you guys. And it's called The Law of Positivism. So it's already out to be pre-ordered, so you can search for it, and I will have it up on the website soon, and just share it with all of you. And yeah, another great way, if we connect the moon with the element, I would say it's the water element, and that's why we can feel the moon's shifts in our body. So it can be really soothing. It's always soothing to be within water or around water at this time if you can. I love water as an element. Thank you so much, you guys. Water is so cleansing and healing. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm so happy for your support, Philly Marie. And I think that whenever there's a day that is really intense and there's a lot of things going on, and if you're also sensitive like me or an empath, and you've been around a lot of things or people in a day, when you come home and you can be in water or just take a shower and visually like use this water, this element that is so powerful, to just cleanse yourself, like feel that it's not only on a physical level, it's also on an energetic level. So you can just make that as a ritual. That's really one of the things that I do right now. I'm interning at a hospital, so I'm working with different kinds of people, and it can be really intense, but really beautiful to help out. And when I come home, it's like my own ritual. I just get into the shower and just feel how the water can balance me. So it's really a balancing element, and that we drink water is really important too. I haven't written about this for a long time. I used to write a lot about how important it is to really drink good quality water and take that in as a remedy, as a healing. Yeah, baths today, if you can take a bath. I also like to just walk down if you do have like any types of water around your river or a lake, like that's such a blessing. Yeah, I think nature is really healing. And another thing that sometimes we can also take the time to now here it's really cold. We have like snow and really cold weather, so it's really hard to sit outside, but I anyways take the time to breathe in the fresh air that is really cold, but also take the time when you can to sit outside when it's dark and it's either the full moon or new moon, because even if we can't see the moon, it's still there. It's just not reflecting the sun's light, but it's still there. So when we do that, which we used to do, we actually connected to the moon cycles. And I just today listened to this thinking of how you can sync yourself with these cycles. So you have a cycle within your body, and women have this internal cycle, right? Each month we have the new moon and the full moon. And when you start syncing with, even if you don't have that, you can still sync with the energy of the moon by understanding what each, if you divide it up into 4 weeks, the beginning of the cycle, the first week is like a winter. It makes you really a little bit more intro, a little bit more resting. And then, thank you so much, Alex. Love to you too, all the way to Barcelona. And then the second part of the cycle, this energy starts growing. You become much more energized. And then you have the third week, which will be a little bit more passive and starting to go down. So you can work with the cycles in this way. There's many ways to do this, or you can work with like the new moon and the full moon. During the new moon cycle, which is 2 weeks, you can grow things, you can start new things, you can like initiate. So I think that's one way to really work with the moon. And if anyone has anything they want to ask or join in, let me know if you want to share anything, your take on this new moon. Yes, a lot of like new thinking, innovation, because everything that is around us comes from the mind. There's nothing that is not from the mind and the consciousness. And this is where everything starts. So if we think that our thoughts and mind are not powerful, then we really need to rethink that. And creativity, I think that for the meditations, just before I tap into the creativity, if you go on my YouTube channel, you will find my new moon meditation. So the new moon meditation is really great. I created one that can be applied for every new moon. And it's also available, I think, on iTunes and Spotify, so you can check that out. And with creativity, I will get into the dreams as well. With creativity, I think we are all creators. So when we're not creating, usually all the time, like we're creating thoughts, we're creating everything in our bodies, creating at all times. But if we are stuck in doing something every day where we don't feel that we're creating from within, and we're working with maybe something that is not fulfilling, we can start to get stagnated and the creativity starts going down. So I actually created also, because I think this topic is so important and I write about it in the book as well, is that I created a yoga class that is available on YouTube, that is for the sacral chakra, so Svadhisthana chakra. And this is the chakra that is connected with water, so with the moon as well. And you can start working with creativity from doing this meditation and yoga practice. If you want to try it out, you can do it at home. Another way to work with creativity is just to find any type of outlet where you can just do something that you're doing for yourself without any expectations, or it can be music, it can be, you can just draw, and it doesn't matter what you draw. The yoga channel is also called Law of Positivism, so it's really easy to find everything because everything is called Law of Positivism. So if you go to my channel, and everything is in the links in my bio as well, so you can find all of my channels there as well. So and the YouTube video is called Yoga for the Sacral Chakra. It's just 30 minutes. You can do it if you want to connect with this, like under the navel chakra, which is so important. And I think that someone asked about, yes, I'm Shireen. And yeah, YouTube is Law of Positivism. And dreams is like an amazing topic, and I'm really a person that kind of more like the dream state than the awake state, because it's so amazing, because there's no limitations and we experience so many parts of ourselves in dreams. And yes, I do yoga, and the yoga video is on my channel. And yeah, I think that new moons and full moons really draw like this these dreams out. It really helps us open up. Yeah, no worries. You can find it there, a 30-minute yoga practice. Yes. Thank you so much. And I'm in Sweden. It's really snowy here. We have so much snow right now. And it's a beautiful part. It's like the new moon of the year here. And yes, this class that I made on YouTube is really a slow class. It's more of a yin yoga, so it's more about connecting down. You're sitting down the whole time. It's 30 minutes, and it's about connecting with the breath and your sacral chakra. So yeah, let me know what you think, because I really created it it's my first and only yoga video that I've done online. I teach classes live otherwise. So yeah, I'm so excited about this new moon. I think this will help us shift from a collective larger level. Yeah, amazing. So thank you so much, everyone. If you have any other questions, you can connect with me. Otherwise, you can also, if you haven't already checked out my podcast, Law of Positivism podcast, you can check that out. I have so many beautiful guests. This week I had Serva. She talked about human design, which is so interesting. I never knew so much about it, but it's like, yeah, it's really a great way to understand your personality and everything. Thank you so much, you guys. You are so wonderful, all of you. So happy. And I see sunny Jamaica here too. I love Jamaica. I've been there many times. So thank you so much, everyone. And have a beautiful new moon. Sending you so much blessings, all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm still here. Thank you so much for listening. Much love to you all.